What is up, guys? It's Hudson here from Hudson's Tech, and today I'm going to be bringing you a full review of the Canon EOS Rebel XS. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal. I'm going to actually go a little bit longer than I should, only because there's a lot to cover about this particular camera, and if I'm going to try and help you guys figure out, which one you want to buy. Now, I'm not particularly a Canon fan, but they did a great job of designing this, and its overall features are outstanding. So for an entry-level DSLR, this is a great camera. So I'm going to talk about what's in the box, the price point average, and some of the main specifications that are going to really make this camera great. So here we go. Starting off with in the box, you got the Rebel XS body, black or silver. So what that basically means is that this is the body, and you can get it in black or silver. And it's great that Canon offers that. That kind of customization. The silver is not that great. The black is a lot classier. But, some of you out there might enjoy having a different camera. So, when I refer to the pieces in this particular kit, what I'm talking about is when it comes with the lens. So, this particular kit I'll have a link to in the description, as well as just the body that will be sold on the Canon website, as well as multiple other websites like wherever you can basically buy electronics, you can get this camera. So this particular model is the EF version of lens, 55mm. So it's great, really great. It's not your telephoto or macro lens, but it does your wide angle kind of basic shooting that an amateur would need, as myself. You got the arm strap here that it comes with. It's really nice, very handy, and it's great that they just kind of throw that in there. You got your video cable, you've got your USB interface cable, and your 1000 milliwatt per hour LPES battery pack. Now, what this means, guys, is you have a great kind of battery that they give you here. I'll just take that out. Whoops. And you guys can see it's really compact, great size, just locks right in there with that little mechanism and goes back down. So as you guys can see, they did a great job of including a rechargeable battery along with its charger component. So that's really awesome. It comes with a little dock, not on camera right now, as you can probably obviously figure out. So yeah, so it comes with the station, the charging station, and the 1000 milliwatt amp battery. And what's cool about this particular model is that the battery's not built in, and for most cameras it's not actually, but it's cool that they've kind of stuck with that, because you can upgrade it for those of you who want a longer lasting camera life. So the price point is about $400. I've seen it from $430 with this particular kit to around $280 or $380, sorry, my bad, and kind of in between there. So about $400 is the average. Now getting into the specifications of this particular camera, if you guys don't know, it is a DSLR, which means digital single lens reflex, and so it's not your point and shoot average camera. It's a lot better. You got a lot more customization. I'm gonna get into that right now. So the image sensor on here is going to be your high sensitivity, high resolution 10.10 megapixel CMOS sensor. Now that's great that Canon's bringing this to their models here, because the CMOS is actually a fantastic image sensor that all the higher models, Nikon and Canon and Sony and other other companies are switching to. I think it was this before the CMOS. It was a CD something. I'll put the information on the screen right now. I'm not exactly sure what that was, but anyways, so they put the CMOS sensor in here, which basically means faster shooting. It leaves a lot of customization inside this camera, and it also gives you guys great raw formats in very high quality. So like I said, you got the great CMOS sensor that they put in there. And then for saving your photos, you've got the SD card slot, conveniently right there. Just kind of pops up. And then it doesn't come with a card, but I have an 8GB one right here. You guys can get SD cards really cheap now. You can get a 64GB for about 20 bucks. It's awesome. Flash storage, really great. And then you got your ISO, which the button is right here. I'll go over all the other buttons, but once I'm done covering this main stuff. The ISO settings are from 100 to 1600, and what that means is when you're in highlight situations, the 100 is going to come very handy because the high light's going to overexpose your photos, and so the ISO is going to be great. And then for the up to 1600, but you know it's in one step, you know, the one-step aperture. So you guys have for the low light situations, you have the 1600 ISO setting. And then the shutter speed is up to 1/4000th of a second, which is amazing. It's not the greatest, like I said, amateur camera, but amazing that they've given you guys so much customability in the small price point and the great compact camera that it is. So you can do great fast, you know, freezing the moment, as well as it goes down pretty low to I think about 1/6 of a second, but I'm not too sure. The link will be in the description. You guys can see all the specs in there. I'm just kind of doing a quick overview. And then another great thing about this camera, sorry about that. Another great thing about this camera is the 2.5 inch LCD liquid crystal display here. And now what this is going to bring to you is right after you take your photos, pops right up there on this beautiful display, along with showing you all your the white balance and the ISO and your shutter speeds and everything, as you guys can change that up there. The mode dial, which I'll get to in a second. And then the battery lasts up to about 600 shots in average weather. I mean, depending on, you know, what you're using it for, that's about what you can do. And that's really great. Lasts quite a long time. And then I mentioned the 55mm lens. And then this camera has a 7-point autofocus, which is awesome because what that allows you to do is focus in 7 different areas inside the camera, which you can adjust by clicking this button right there. And then some major buttons around this camera and some features. You've got the shutter button right there. You've got your kind of dial there for your changing up the shutter speed and the aperture. I think this is a 5.6 aperture. Not completely sure, but like I said, link in the description. Here's your mode dial. You've got your manual mode, your AV mode, TV mode, and then all your other basic modes. But up here you got the creative ones, and I'm basically I'm sticking with manual, especially for my photography class, because it gives you a lot more customization. When you're on these modes, you kind of have to stick with what the mode is set to do. On the back here, which is, guys, this is amazing how they've set this all up so that you can just use your 2 fingers. You got your in your right hand, because this is a right hand model. You can actually change it, but not this particular one. Anyways, you got your index finger here for this kind of up top ISO mode switch and shutter speed there, and then you got your thumb for everything else, and it literally feels awesome as you're navigating around this camera. You've got your white balance and those kind of buttons here. You got your play, which lets you scroll through the photos. You click that, kind of go around. You've got your trash button here. You got the shooting modes, so you can have time shots up to 3 shots per second. And then, you know, kind of just some customization there. Then you got your zoom out, zoom in, along with the focus point, or the point focus mode, and then over here you got your menu, and then some other buttons there. And on the bottom, as you guys can see here, we've got the 1/10 of an inch normal tripod mount. I'm not sure what that is in centimeters, but then again, you can check that out yourself. And then over here we got the video out and your USB conveniently placed right there. So yeah, guys, this is the full review. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me just put this lens back on there. Slides like that. This is a great camera, so if you guys are looking to buy one, I would suggest checking this Canon's website out. You guys can check the description, and there'll probably be a link somewhere around here. And then, you know, guys, I also very highly recommend a Nikon. So you guys can check Nikon out too. They both offer great quality cameras. But this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.